Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4. The numbers for Sanders last week, 13 carries, 55 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected, because to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 16 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. of the gun. Here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts will find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run with Sanders off the option. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Greg Ward, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Prescott off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. This short throw caught by Goddard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Hurts. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And this one complete to Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
Game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Now Pollard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Prescott now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he is caught by Lamb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why aren't you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive. And they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Sanders. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Running right, here's Sanders. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on first down. Elliott.
80 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll set up a throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Able to find Ertz. Ertz shrugs him aside.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Finding Ertz again.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
It's caught. Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And once again, this is Sanders.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Dallas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.